Hello everyone, my name is Lin. After reading the article in Price of the Incomplete Leader and combined with the learning process of MGMT5050 in the past 10 weeks, I have gained a lot. I'm appreciated to share my learning experience, insights, and reflection here today. According to the content of CAW, I understand the authentic and sustainable leadership requires emotional intelligence and a caring attitude towards employees. As the article said, one of the factors for leadership is success is that leadership can find and fix his own weakness and discover the advantage of the team members. In the SDW, I understood the definition and ability of emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence requires self-awareness and self-regulation ability, and more importantly, unflagging spirit and motivation, empathy, and social skills. In the article, leaders need to reflect and face their own weakness and controlling their emotions. It's same as the learning process. After course, I reflect on my previous learning experience. I realized that when I encounter difficulties in the learning process, I would choose to complain and avoid the problem instead of thinking about whether there is a problem with the learning method and trying to overcome the difficulty. However, I will no longer complain about difficulties in the future learning process and find what I did not do well in the learning process. At this time, the feedback of tutors is playing an important role. For example, in the first assessment, tutor gave me feedback that I made a title page. The introduction and conclusion of the essay need to be improved and tell me how to improve. The essay also need to be more integrated with the course content and there are too many grammatical errors. With this feedback, I add a title page when I writing the second assessment and write the introduction and conclusion more carefully according to the description of my tutor. Then trying to integrate the content of the course and pay more attention to the use of grammar during writing. After improvements, the second assessment feedback really shows the same feedback as the first assessment. But it indicates that I should evaluate its ethical issue of Alexa and use ethical series more thoroughly. This shows my thinking ability need to continue improve, not just stay on the surface. With the feedback, I know that I need to strengthen my thinking ability and strive to achieve the goal in the future learning process. These abilities and feedback and not only improve my future learning process, but also help me to good at self-reflection and regulation in the future work, so that I can gradually improve as a work and getting well when I along with my colleagues. In the future study, I will work hard to improve my emotional intelligence and thinking ability. I will no longer complain when I encoding problems. Instead, I will improve my self-awareness and regulation, and I will learn from the feedback of my tutor and try to overcome these shortcomings. Finally, thanks for my tutor facility for giving such a detailed feedback, allow me to find my goals and directions in the learning process.